I'm starting out with a piece of Myrtlewood here. It's about 9.5 inches in diameter and about 1.5 inches thick. Drill a hole in it, get it mounted on the lathe, and then we can start shaping. This is going to be the bottom of it right here. We'll get a recess put in it so that we can flip it around and get it cleaned out as well. So we're going to use the laser engraver today to decorate the inside of this. I will talk much more about the laser engraver at the end of the video, as far as the design and everything. But we're just going to get it trued up. I had it pretty centered there. We'll get the outside of it trued up and then start shaping what is going to be the bottom of it. And I'm using a spindle gouge. So I'm coming from the bottom of it here up and making the outside shape. And still with the spindle gouge, and it's about 2,500 RPM. Help support the companies that support our community. So I'm going to put a recess in the bottom of it. That way we can put it back on the lathe after we're done engraving it. So just doing that with a parting tool, and we'll get the bottom of it cupped out a little bit here with the #1 hollower. Get this all cleaned up, then we'll run through all the grits on this. So when I was looking around for designs, I'll show some pictures at the end too. I wanted something as far as with the laser engraver more organic, and I'll explain why I picked the one I did. So we'll get it cleaned up with the rougher here, get that all flattened off, make sure that the recess is deep enough. Make sure it's flat. And I got this piece of Myrtlewood from Mark, a buddy of mine down in Albany. So this piece here is pretty straight grain, which will be nice to do some lasering on it. It just won't have a bunch of character that kind of, I guess, muddies it up. Kind of like when you're doing basket illusion, you want something pretty straight grain. So we'll get this flipped around. Then we can hollow it out. So I need to get down past that hole that I had drilled in it. So just going to work my way down using a bowl gouge here. Get that all cleaned out right to the bottom. So I follow this Facebook page on Facebook, and they do these doodle drawings, and they're just kind of doodling on a little notebook, but they're just really cool. One of them popped up the other day. I thought it was just a neat design, and I wanted to use it, but they don't take pictures of the drawings. It's just a little video. So I had to take a screenshot of it and then figure out how to make it into a laser file. So most of the laser stuff is just pretty straightforward. They're all, kind of uniform. It's not, this one is a lot more organic. So that is what I was looking for. When we get to the engraving here, you'll be able to see it. So I'm not a laser expert. You'll see that here in a second. So the first time I did it a couple of test ones on some flat wood, and they came out great. And then so I put in the platter here, and I tried to fix the picture a little bit, to kind of take some stuff out. But I was on the laser engraver. There's a couple some different settings where there's like you're engraving the image, because this isn't a laser ready file. You're burning the image and the lines. So I had to switch over. The second one here, right when that popped up, I finally figured it out where it's just filling the lines, which it took quite a while to do it, but this one is actually burning down into it. So we got it all done. Just kind of a cool design. We'll get it back on the lathe. We'll get all the soot wiped off with the magic eraser, and then we can sand it and get some oil on it. So the magic eraser works perfect for this. And you'll notice that pencil line that was around there too. I had put that on there so I could frame the laser to have it down inside of it, and that's all that was. So, and the magic eraser even took the pencil line off. Then I used the vacuum system to dry it out real quick so I could sand it. And I ran through the rest of the grits all the way up to 600. I had sanded it up to about 320 before I put it in the laser. Then we'll get the walnut oil put on there. So after I figured out which way to burn it, where it was the fill instead of just burning the image, it burnt down into the wood, which is, it really makes it stand out, and you can feel all the little grooves. I mean, it burnt down in there quite a ways where you could even add some color or something to it if you wanted to. There we go. It's all done. It's 8.5 inches in diameter and about 1.5 inches thick. There's the pattern on it. So from the beginning. All right. So like I said, I follow a page on Facebook, and they do doodling, and I love watching just cool freehand stuff. So my original idea was I just took a little screenshot, and I wanted to use the wood burner. So I started practicing with the wood burner because I just wanted to trace it out and do, an organic shape on it. So I messed around with this for, 30, 40 minutes, just playing around with it. But I need to practice with the wood burner more. So Robin came out and looked at it, and she said, "That's a really cool idea. Do you think you could do it with the laser?" Brings us to with the laser. So I'm not going to try and explain a bunch of laser stuff because I don't even know really that much about it. I use the Creality Falcon 2 is the laser I have, and it does a fantastic job. But the settings on it, because this wasn't a laser image, it was just a regular image. I turned it into a PDF. I cleaned it up a little bit, went into Photoshop and cleaned it up a little bit, and then saved it. But it's still an image, and it's trying to burn like the whole thing. I even put it into light burn and did the trace option. But to make this little platter, it took about 3 hours, and it should not take that long. If it was just a laser file and it was just tracing these lines, it probably would have taken 10 minutes. Probably at the most. It would have just burned all the dark lines. But because it's an image and I'm still learning everything, I don't know how to turn an image like this into just the vector lines, or I don't even know. I don't want to steer you in the wrong direction, but I really like that organic look to it because all the laser files out there, they're just really precise. And if you look at this one, you can see that it was hand drawn. All these lines are, the little arcs are not perfect. So I really like that aspect of it. As far as the wood burner goes, I want to play around with it some more and be able to, do a project like this with the wood burner. I'm going to get some different tips. I have some pretty fine tips, but like this is just a piece of plywood that I was practicing on. And if you're trying to do an arc, it tries to follow even though it's a fine tip, like it just, as you're going along, it tries to follow the grain a little bit. So it's not a nice smooth arc. It tries to pull up on it a little bit. So I need to play around with the wood burner to do some more stuff like that. But, yeah, it's a super fun project. I think, something like this, once I figure out how to just burn these lines, I would like to do the whole top of the platter. And the reason I didn't put a bead or a ring around this is because it's not perfectly round. And if I would have put a bead around it, you'd see that it wasn't right. So that's why I didn't put the bead around it. So I'll play around with it, try and make it, perfect circle, and figure out how to just burn the line so it will go a lot faster. But I think, if you can find an organic pattern or something like that, I think it's really cool. You could burn it on, top of a lidded box or just about anything, but it's fun stuff. So I'm going to work on that, figure out how to get it to, just burn the lines and speed up the whole process. I spent most of the afternoon out here yesterday, just sitting here, cleaning up the shop, babysitting the lathe while that thing was working. All right. Hope you enjoyed the video. Everybody take care. Have a great weekend, and we will see you on the next one.